glimpse that perhaps there was a future doing comedy.
And the experiences that have inspired their own work.
Art is so important because it really can transform you inside.
I'm very different to the person I was 10 years ago.
For a fascinating insight into what fires the creative imagination, join me, John Wilson, for This Cultural Life. Watch on iPlayer.
At 6, a man is jailed for 9 years, the longest prison sentence so far after the wave of riots in England and Northern Ireland last month. 27-year-old Thomas Burley, a painter and decorator, helped fuel a fire outside a hotel housing more than 200 asylum seekers in Rotherham.
Oh, what a story!
Also tonight, Britain's most successful ever Paralympian, Dame Sarah Storey, wins her 19th gold in Paris. A huge rise in the cost of a first-class stamp to £1.65 for a letter from next month. Top Gear's Chris Harris criticises the BBC as he speaks for the first time about the crash that left his fellow presenter Freddie Flintoff badly injured. And good news from the Farne Islands. Northumberland's puffin population is on the up despite being hit by bird flu.
And coming up on BBC News, in the next couple of hours, Jack Draper will take on the world #1 Yannick Sinner for a place in the US Open final.
Good evening and welcome to the BBC News at 6. It's the longest prison sentence that has been handed down so far after the wave of riots that swept parts of England and Northern Ireland last month. 27-year-old Thomas Burley from Rotherham has been sent to jail for 9 years after helping to set fire to a hotel housing asylum seekers in the town and attacking police officers in August. The judge told Thomas Burley, "You were a leading participant in an ignorant, racist attempt at mob rule." From Sheffield, here's Danny Savage.
It was one of the most notorious events of the nationwide civil unrest over the summer. The attack on a hotel housing asylum seekers in South Yorkshire. A mob targeted police and those inside. The judge today described this as an ignorant, racist attempt at mob rule. One of them was Thomas Burley, seen here at the time. He was filmed throwing a bin at officers and then stoked the fire in a burning wheelie bin rammed against one of the hotel exits. He today received the longest prison sentence yet for anyone involved in rioting. The judge directed withering criticism at Burley as he was sentenced this afternoon.
Your conduct and the conduct of that mob has cast a dark and ugly stain across the reputation of Rotherham and South Yorkshire. Those in the hotel were terrified by what occurred outside, and when the building was entered, coupled to the fire, which was deliberately started, they thought they were about to die. You and many like you were intent on spreading a hateful message of violence and racism.
Further details of what it was like for staff in here at the time were also heard today. They barricaded themselves into what was described as